Good afternoon, people. This is your girl from Mel's Mat Chat, and this is episode 241 of the podcast. How is everybody doing? Oh my God, AEW is getting better and better each and every week, and I'm telling you, if this whole thing was a work with MJF and Tony Khan, seriously, it'll be better than the Montreal Screwjob, and I'm not kidding. So, has everybody's week has gone past? My week has been crazy busy. Gotta have that liquid death. Seriously, I've had a crazy week. My son was home for the weekend for the holiday and everything because I had to make it up to him because of my mother dying. So I, made sure that I was available for him and whatnot. I was considering bringing him and letting him stay home one more day, but I had so much to do when I got home and I got it done. Thank God, praise Jesus. He was an incredible kid. Oh my God, for him coming home and not having his grandmother here was like my mother was here controlling him. And I thank her for every single day, you know, every single minute that when he was home, he was able to be controlled by her. Um, let's see what else. We had an incredible pay-per-view. You can go check out my review. It's on my channel. And don't forget, if you are new here, please like, share, and turn on all the notifications so when I go live, you know about it. Follow me on Twitter at Mel's Mat Chat, also at Instagram, Mel's Mat Chat. And you can find me also on TikTok, Snapchat, and Facebook. So go check it out. Go see what's up and everything. And if you're really serious on Instagram, please drop me a DM and tell me that you found me on YouTube and I'm serious about following you. And then I'll let you in. I will let you in. So, yeah, we had an incredible pay-per-view on Sunday, and best part of it is that I didn't have to pay for the fucking thing. I mean, I wouldn't have cared if I had to pay for it, but it was always great when it's free. So, hopefully everything has been good with you all. Just rolling here. I've been really busy and it's gonna get worse. It's just gonna get worse this weekend. Speaking of this weekend, um I'm going to be either dropping a video or I'm going to be doing it live at 3 p.m. And you're wondering, what the hell is she going at 3? I got to go see my son tomorrow. So I'm going to be staying until noon. The problem is that I'm not going to get home until after 2. So I'm going to race home, get myself together, get on here, do the preview predictions for In Your House, and then I'm going to go live right afterwards. So you're gonna get me all fucking weekend, people. How do you like them apples? So let's get this party started. Let's get to last week's SmackDown. Now I'm gonna skip over Raw, and I'm gonna and next week's show 243, I believe 241, 242. We'll have we won't have SmackDown. It will be on the preview predictions for Hell in the Cell. So if you want to go check all that out, go check it on my go check. It will be as the time goes by. Also, I will be going live on Sunday at 2 p.m. with my preview and predictions. And again, you're going to see me live right after the pay-per-view. So, the premium content, I think it is, or it's premium live events. So we're going to see me all the weekend. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. All right, let's get to last week's SmackDown. This is off the heels of the Usos winning the U.S. championship, the winning the undisputed, becoming undisputed tag team champions, basically. Um, so we're gonna do this. We're gonna do also the outcome, um, the Fallout show from Double or Nothing for Dynamite, and that's basically about it. And then I could just chit chat with you as we're going on and everything like that. And we're gonna make it as much as we can. I'm stretching this out. I got so much content that I have to get out this weekend, and it's just gonna be crazy. Okay, so bear with me, and we're gonna get this stuff going. All right. SmackDown last week, so you'll get an idea what's going to be coming up this week. This week's SmackDown Live opens up. Wait a second. Totally forgot. Do me a favor now. Please go check out Harry's.com. Harry's Razors, come on. You know the deal. Go to Harry's.com and get all your toiletry essentials right there. Also, please go check out MyAstroClassics.com. Get all your beard essentials. Seriously, if you have a beard, it's the greatest product on the planet. I don't use it, but the people over there are amazing. Please do yourself a favor. Please go check out liquiddeath.com. If you want to murder your thirst, then go over there and do it. It's great. It'll ruin you. So just be prepared. It will ruin you with other sodas. I mean, seltzer waters. Also, please go check out Death Wish Coffee. They have a brand new flavor, which is blueberry vanilla. I'm tempted to get it, and if I don't like it, I could give it away somewhere. I'm tempted to get it. So, if anybody knows and gets it and wants to give me their opinion about it, please do. Go check out two hot indie promotions, House of Glory and Outbreak Wrestling. Go check them out. Go to HOGWrestling.net. They are having a tournament for their world championship. And we're going to see Bronson Reed, Jonah Rock taking on Eddie fucking Kingston at Judas coming up. I think it's this month. So go check it out. If you want to get tickets and you're in the metro area, please go check out HOGWrestling.net. Now, with Outbreak Wrestling, they don't have a website, but they have their social media accounts. They have YouTube, Facebook, I believe, Twitter, and I think Instagram. So go check all of that out. I usually promote Ringside News, and I'm not going to be doing that until things subside over there, because I'm not thrilled about the whole situation. So I am not going to promote them. I still have it, but I am not promoting them. All right. All right. And away we go. This week's SmackDown Live opens with the undisputed WWE Tag Team Champions of the World. Sorry, I put that in there. The Usos coming to the ring and draped in gold. They welcome everyone to the show, and say before they celebrate, they need everyone to put their ones in the sky and say thank you to the tribal chief, the needle mover, the head of the table, the undisputed Universal Champion, Roman Reigns. Jay says he would like to thank Roman for allowing them to defeat RK Bro on their own show. On their own. Jay says if you have been rocking with them since day one, Yesterday marks 12 years that they've been in WWE. They get a little emotional, and Jay says 12 years ago they walked down the ramp, and never in a million years would he think they would be still standing in the ring in front of the fans as they are. For 12 years they cheered them, they booed them. You have to see you have seen their ups and downs. And that means for 12 years they watched them grow in front of them. And for 12 years, these plane rides, the miles, the time away from their family. Jay asked Jimmy if he knows who was there. They look at the fans, and Jay says it was all of them. He says the world is crazy these days. He's coming. He loves coming here every week and begin an entertainer, being an entertainer in front of them. And from the bottom of their hearts, from his family, he would like to say thank you. The fans chanted Usos. Jimmy says that's Jimmy says that for the past 12 years they needed absolutely nobody. They didn't need anyone but themselves, and now they are draped in gold. The fans booed instantly. They say Randy Orton isn't around anymore because they bodied him. And then little Brandy Riddle got his ass beat on Raw, and now he knows he's a two, and they are the ones. Shinsuke Nakamura comes out and challenges the Usos to a match for the tag team championships with a mystery partner. He says his partner wanted to do it alone, but he asked to join him. The Usos asked who is his partner, and Nakamura introduces Riddle, the original bro. Riddle and Nakamura rush the ring, and the four men start brawling. Riddle lands a floating bro and clears the ring. The Usos retreat, and Riddle and Nakamura stare them down. We see a replay of Raquel Gonzalez versus Ronda Rousey from last week. Raquel makes her entrance and sees Shotzi, Natalya, Shayna Baszler, Xia Li, and Aaliyah watching backstage. Shotzi tries to tell the others that they should be angry that Raquel, but Aaliyah and Xia Li walk off. Baszler and Natalya seem to be interested. Riddle and Nakamura are interviewed backstage, and Riddle says their pairing was Randy's idea. He says Nakamura is no Randy, but they have a lot of potential for greatness. Championship contenders match: Raquel Gonzalez versus Ronda Rousey. The match gets underway, and Gonzalez ducks Rousey and slams her. Rousey fires back with a kick, then jumps up and grabs an armbar and hands over the ropes. Raquel powers her up, but Ronda rolls down into the other armbar, into another armbar. Rodriguez gets Ronda up in a modified gory special when Natalya and Shayna Baszler rush to the ring and attack them both. Raquel and Ronda clear the ring as we head to break. There was a no contest. But guess what happened after the fucking commercial? We have a tag team, a Teddy Long special. Raquel Gonzalez and Ronda Rousey versus Natalya and Shayna Baszler. Now this should have been very, very interesting. Okay? Should have been very, very interesting. But, of course, WWE has to fucking rain on our parades. We ended up having to have this Uninteresting match. The only thing that I like to see that I like that I saw was Baszler and Ronda. That's it. We come back live, and this match is underway with Baszler bending Raquel's leg over her own knee. Gonzalez rallies and makes the tag to Rousey. Natalia comes to the opposite, and Ronda takes her down with some judo throws and punches. Natalia grabs Rousey with the sharpshooter, but she brawls and makes the tag. Gonzalez takes Baszler down with lariats and connects with a big headbutt. Even though her leg is hurting, Ronda and Natalia come in and Rousey knocks her from the ring. Rousey and Baszler come face to face, but Natalia drags Rousey from the ring and they fight on the floor. Gonzalez blocks Baszler and hits the Shigona bomb for the win. Winner Raquel and Ronda. We go to commercial and we're back. The New Day are interviewed backstage and they asked who their partner is going to be in tonight's 6-man tag. Kofi says Netflix doesn't give away the ending of Stranger Things before you watch, so they don't want to spoil the surprise. Wood says their phones have been blowing up with guys looking to take the fight to Sheamus, Pete Dunne, and Ridge Holland, and it could be anyone. We see highlights of Happy Corbin attacking Madcap Moss 2 weeks ago. Moss returned to SmackDown tonight, and he promises to whoop Corbin. Los Lotharios make their way to the ring. They will be facing Jinder Mahal and Shanky after the break. Jinder Mahal's music hits, but he doesn't come out. The camera cuts backstage, and Mahal is searching for Shanky, who he finds in a locker room dancing to Punjabi music. Los Lotharios versus Jinder Mahal and Shanky. After the match, after Mahal gets him to the ring, Shanky starts with Carrillo and uses his substantial size difference to make control early on. Mahal tags in and Humberto dropkicks him, then tags Garza, then stomps it before grabbing a side headlock. Jinder rallies and hits Humberto Carrillo with a back body drop. Garza knocks Mahal from the ring and hits him with a suicide dive on the outside. Garza gets in front of the ring announcer again and starts dancing. Shaky drops Garza with a boot to the jaw. Inside the ring, Carlito catches Mahal with a springboard enziguri for the win. Winners are Los Lotharios. So then after the match, Shanky dances in front of the ring announcer again, and the fans cheer him on. Adam Pearce is backstage with Max Dupree, walks in and says, "It's about time SmackDown unleaded him." Pearce says he can make it official. Max Dupree is a superstar. Dupree says it isn't saying his name correctly, but Pierce says he'll have the opportunity to let everyone know who he is on SmackDown. Dupree says he represents Maxim male models, and Pierce doesn't make the cut. We go to commercial break. Coming back from it, Kevin Owens comes out for a new episode of The Kevin Owens Show. He starts out by saying how much he dislikes Ezekiel and that he's really Elias. Before introducing his guest, the locker room leader, a close personal friend of the bloodline, says Sami Zayn, which is Sami Zayn. Zayn dances to the ring and hugs Owens. They hug a few times and Owens gets emotional. Out to Sammy, he says he knows that Elias is Ezekiel. Owens says it's so good to hear someone say Ezekiel is a liar. He says he knew Zayn would have his back, just like he always has. Owens says that Owens says he needs Zayn to drop everything he's doing and go to Raw together so they can call out the liars. Zayn says there's a lot on his plate right now. The bloodline needs him. He says now it's not a good time, Oos. So using the Oos. He is looking like a fucking grade A bona fide fucking fool. Owens is annoyed. He says he forgot how naive and stupid Zayn can be. He reminds Zayn that he isn't a member of the bloodline. Zayn is offended. Owens says Zayn looks and sounds like a moron. Zayn says he's just being nice before Elias and Ezekiel are clearly two different people. One has a beard and the other doesn't. They shout at each other and calling each other liar and moron over and over. Owens asks why the bloodline left Sami Zayn high and dry on Raw last week. And if he really that close with them, he could call them out right now and they would come to Sammy's side. He doesn't, and they don't care about Sammy. But he walks off. Owens goes after him. Zayn shoves him. Zayn leaves, and Owens gets back in the ring and stunts the two officials, tearing down his set. We go to commercial. We have Ricochet and Drew Gulak versus Walter and Ludwig Kaiser. The match gets underway with Gulak and Kaiser. They lock up. Kaiser takes Drew down with a wrestling roll and goes to an arm lock. Kaiser drags Gulak to the ropes and chokes him before tagging in Walter, who picks Gulak up and throws him over the top rope to the floor. Come back from a commercial break, and we have Walter chops Gulak down. Kaiser tags back in and prevents the tag for a moment of Gulak counters a back suplex and gets it. Ricochet lands a fury of high flyer offense on Kaiser, and Walter comes in, but the referee forces him back out. Kaiser rolls up Ricochet for a 2 count, then eats a knee to the jaw. Kaiser rakes the eye of Ricochet and tosses him from the ring like a dart. Gulak comes in and Kaiser beats him down and hits a DDT. Kaiser gets arrogant and pulls Gulak by the hair and kicks him in the chest for the win. Walter and Ludwig Kaiser. After the match, Ricochet comes in to check on Gulak, but Walter boots him. Sami Zayn backstage with the Usos, and he's asking if he could join the bloodline. They laugh and he says he knows their blood relatives, but he could be an honorary Us. Jimmy says that would be fine, and they walked off. Zayn is ecstatic. But he's a fucking moron. The Brawling Brutes come to the ring, and Sheamus says it doesn't matter who the New Day get as a partner. It could be Moby Dick for all he cares, and it won't make the difference. They're the Brawling Brutes, and tonight is fight night, and it won't be a fair fight. New Day comes out, and Woods pokes fun at the Brawling Brutes. Woods asked who's this Moby Dick person. He says tonight, indeed, fight night, but this will be an unfair fight. They found a physical specimen, a freak of nature, a and a man who will steal Ridge's girlfriend and Pete Dunne's auntie. Woods does a fake Scottish accent, and they introduce Drew McIntyre. So we have the Brawling Brutes versus the New Day and Drew McIntyre. Pete Dunne starts with Woods and drops him with a forearm, and then knocks Kofi off the apron and hits McIntyre, but he doesn't budge. Woods hits a running neckbreaker and tags Kingston for a series of moves. Woods tags back in and hits a double bulldog with Kofi for a 2 count. Dunn backs Woods up to their corner and takes Sheamus. Sheamus beats Wood to the apron and hits the beats of the Bataran. Then tags Dunn and he does his own wild version of it. Holland tags in and hits a suplex from the apron into the ring for a 1 count. Kofi tags back in, takes the fight to Holland. Dunn causes a distraction but gets knocked to the floor, allowing Holland to drop Kofi as we head to break. We come back. We have Dunn whips Kofi into the corner, then tags Holland, who whips him into Kofi. Sheamus tags in, but Kingston catches him with an SOS. Kofi looks to make a tag, but Ridge and Butch pull McIntyre and Woods off the apron. Sheamus counters Kofi and takes him down with a submission. Kofi fights up, and slams him into 2 crates and slams him into creates some distance. McIntyre and Holland get the tags, and Drew lands some clotheslines and a belly to belly. McIntyre slams him and kips up. Then Dunn jumps on his back. Drew throws Dunn out, and Woods jumps through the ropes onto him, but Sheamus drops Xavier with a brogue kick. Kofi dives over the ropes onto Sheamus with a splash. McIntyre counters Holland and hits a Claymore, then tags Woods for the rope walk, elbow drop, and the win. The winners are New Day and Drew McIntyre. After the match, McIntyre dances with the New Day after the match, and that was basically about it. So, what is the preview tonight? Is Roman Reigns going to be there? We don't know. Is they're going to finally reveal who's Roman Reigns' next opponent is? Possible. We're just going to have to tune in. And let's get to Dynamite. Dynamite. This was a fucking, oh my God, if you missed it, you are screwed type of missing. So it's Wednesday, and you know what that means. And I'm in the wrong place. I love when I do that. They were in the forum in Los Angeles, California. And we started off with AEW World Champion CM Punk and Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions FTR Dax Hardwood and Cash Wheeler versus the Acclaim Platinum Max Caster and the Gun Club, Colton and Austin Gunn. Billy Gunn is mentoring the Acclaim, said Tony Schiavone. Austin ate an elbow from Dax. FTR used their tandem offense on Austin Green. Cash Wheeler tagged in and sent Colton for a ride with a big body drop. Max tagged in, but Cash jumped over him. Cash tagged Punk in, and Punk hit Caster with forearms. Max shoved Punk into the turnbuckles and then began stomping a mud hole. Punk rallied back with a crossbody press. Cash power slammed Caster, but Austin Gunn quickly tagged in. The Gun Club double teamed Dax with forearms and drop kicks. Billy Gunn connected with a massive right hand from the floor to Dax Hardwood. The Gun Club punished the Axe with their double team bullying. CM Punk tagged in and body slammed both members of the Gun Club. Punk clipped Caster with a high kick. Punk dropped an elbow off the top rope to Austin, but Billy Gunn stepped on the apron. Punk picked up Austin and power bombed him onto Billy. CM Punk rocked Austin with the GTS, which was followed up by the big rig, and Dax grabbed the pin. I love every damn minute of this match. So I was so proud of our new champion CM Punk and FTR, said Ross. Who was going to step up to CM Punk and vie for the world championship? Tony wondered. CM Punk, you know I've never done drugs in my life, but I can imagine this is what it feels like. I still got a lot of work to do. There's still roads to travel. I know I've got to get better. That's what this championship is all about. I wouldn't be here if my road to success wasn't riddled with mistakes. But I learned that from them. You can call me what you want, but you gotta call me the champ. Hardwood. Professional wrestling means the world to me. In the crowd right now is my beautiful wife and my baby. And those two things mean the world to me. Being champion means the world to me too. CM Punk. That leads to the New Japan Professional Wrestling. Some of the best pro wrestlers in the world. I am standing in the ring with two of them. Forbidden Door, show me what you've got. I was kind of hoping it was going to be Kenta. I kid you not. I was a little like, fuck. But I'm not complaining. I am not complaining whatsoever. We had Hiroshi Tanahashi, and he's going to be taking on CM Punk at the Forbidden Door at the end of this fucking month, and I am there for it. I cannot wait, and I'm like so excited that this is going to happen. I'm wondering who the hell is going to take on Kazuchika Okada. I selfishly would like to have it dance Daniel Bryan or Bryan Danielson, but a girl could dream, But I'll take anybody. You know who I would like to see? Adam Page. I would like to see Adam Page to go for it. And would it be crazy if he becomes the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion? Who knows? This is why you gotta stay tuned to AEW television. This is going to be one fucking month. It's going to be a fucking twists, turns, and everything else. And I'm there for it. Buckos, and we're going to go for a bumpy ride. And how awesome is that? The one for the ages, said Jim Ross. The ace, the Grand Slam champion in New Japan Pro Wrestling, and he has answered the challenge, said Excalibur. Tanahashi has answered the challenge for the Forbidden Door, said Tony Schiavone. Johnny Elite open contract challenge. Johnny Elite versus whom? It is the Redeemer. Miro answered the challenge. The Redeemer is back. Johnny Elite slid with a kick, but Miro walloped Johnny with a lariat. Miro clubbed Johnny Elite in the turnbuckle with rights and lefts. Johnny Elite connected with some body shots, but Miro snatched him and tossed him overhead. Miro has returned to AEW, said Excalibur. Johnny avoided a pump kick from Miro. Johnny followed up with a roundhouse kick to Miro. Johnny cracked Miro with a kick off the ropes. Then a standing shooting star press. Johnny jumped off the top rope, but Miro rolled out of the way and blasted Johnny Elite with a pump kick. Miro locked in game over and made Johnny Elite tapped out. A decisive victory for the Redeemer, Miro, said Ross. The Wizard Chris Jericho walked out with the Jericho Appreciation Society, which consisted of Angelo Parker, Matt Menard, and Jake Hager. Now, Daniel Garcia is getting ready for his match. Parker, at Double or Nothing, we dominated anarchy in the arena. Therefore, AEW Galaxy appreciate us. Little dig at Roman Reigns. Menard, Daddy Magic wants to know, Double or Nothing, did you see it? Huh? Because if you did, you know right now that we are the princess of Pape because no one does it better. Jericho, I know you all wanted to sing, but you don't deserve that tonight. What do you deserve is winners of anarchy in the arena. Match the Jericho Appreciation Society, but winning that match was not without its price. That psycho Eddie Kingston comes to the ring with a gas can, pours gasoline all over me, and wants to light me on fire. What kind of man burns another man? Well, he did it to him, so it's only right if he reciprocates. And then there is that other piece of trash, Brian Danielson, who says, I'm going to kick his head in. After he said that Big Jake and I choked him out and he is not here tonight. And that's the same thing Daniel Garcia is going to do to Jon Moxley in the main event tonight. Because every time sports entertainers take on pro wrestlers, sports entertainers always win. Eddie Kingston and William Regal step onto the ramp. Kingston, I'll fight all of you right now. You know what, Mr. Regal? Let them know where I want to fight them. And Regal goes, blood and guts. I miss when he says, War Games. You want blood and guts? You ain't getting blood and guts. The Jericho Appreciation Society jumps Kingston from behind. Ortiz got in the ring and smacked Jericho with a Mad Ball loaded sock. Ortiz took out a pair of scissors and clipped some of Jericho's sacred hair. Jericho, you cut my hair? My hair is worth more than your entire existence. You want blood and guts? You want to face us in blood and guts? Well, you got it. But I'm going to shave your stupid head bald. I want Jericho versus Ortiz, hair versus hair, and I'm going to beat you, shave you, and burn you. Why? Because I am a wizard. Footage was shown from backstage that filmed after Samoa Joe match at Double or Nothing. Samoa Joe was attacked by Jay Lethal, Sanjay Dutt, and Sadaman Singh, who was targeted his shoulder. AEW World Tag Team Champions Jurassic Express, which is Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus, Christian Cage, Matt Hardy, and Darby Allin with Jeff Hardy, because he had to take Jeff Hardy's place. Versus Hikuleo, Red Dragon, Bobby Fish, Kyle O'Reilly, and the Young Bucks, Matt and Nick Jackson. Matt joined the commentary team for this match. Kyle and Jungle Boy began the match, and Jungle Boy took down Kyle with a dropkick. Kyle tagged out to Bobby Fish, but Fish walked right onto the arm drag. Christian Cage tagged in, and he and Jungle Boy used a double hip toss on Fish. Matt tagged in and dropped an elbow on Bobby Fish. Matt Jackson tagged in, but so did Christian Cage, who hammered down with fists to Matt Jackson's head. Christian Cage planted Matt with a swinging DDT. Christian Cage used a diving headbutt on Matt Jackson, and then things broke down. Nick Jackson superkicked Christian Cage and then jumped over the top rope onto the opposition. Luchasaurus tagged in and hurled Matt Jackson across the ring. He ran Kyle O'Reilly into Nick Jackson in the turnbuckles. Luchasaurus tried to choke slam Nick, but Nick escaped and kicked Luchasaurus. Jungle Boy hit a destroyer, and then Luchasaurus used a standing moonsault on Nick, but Nick broke up the pin attempt. Hikuleo tagged in and tried to choke slam Luchasaurus, but Lucha headbutted Hikuleo. Darby tagged in and drop kicked Kyle onto the corner. Darby used coffin splashes on Red Dragon and nailed Kyle with an over-the-top stunner. Darby attempted the coffin drop to the outside, but Hikuleo caught him. Red Dragon double team Hart Darby outside the ring. Matt Jackson tried to delete Nick Jackson and then Kyle and then Bobby, ramming their heads into the turnbuckles. Hikuleo had enough, whipped Matt Hardy into the corner. Christian Cage came off the top two drop kicks. Hikuleo and Matt Hardy followed up with the Twist of Fate. Christian speared Hikuleo off the apron. The Bucks super kicked Luchasaurus, then Jungle Boy. They are scoring big time. Their timing is amazing, said Ross. Red Dragon hit a high-low, and then the Bucks used the Meltzer driver on Jungle Boy, and Matten pinned him. The Bucks just pinned the AEW Tag Team Champions. They're going to get those back, and said Adam Cole. Tony Schiavone was on the ramp, and we get the official debut on Dynamite of Athena. Athena can finally say it. Athena is all elite. Baby, it's not a surprise why I'm here. The competition, and one in particular, TBS champion Jade Cargill. Jade, all the streaks were made to be broken, and I'm going to be the one to break yours. So you could say this or that. Jade, I'm the fallen goddess. Jade Cargill walked out with her publicist, Stokely Hathaway, interrupting Athena. Stokely told Athena there'd be no challenge today. And Red Velvet and Kiera Hogan, I think this is hilarious because Kiera was pissed off at Athena because supposedly she took the gimmick and brought it onto WWE, which I find ridiculous because she has something to, whatever. I think this is hilarious. I want to see those two big time going at it. And Red Velvet and Kiera Hogan tried to intimidate Athena. Outlaw Chris Statlander and Anna Jay to even up the odds. Stokely Hathaway ordered security to usher them out. Wardlow versus JD Drake. How is it good to say, officially, this man is an employee of All Elite Wrestling? Asked Excalibur. Drake chopped at Wardlow, but Wardlow wound up and landed a massive lariat on Drake. Wardlow picked up Drake and pancaked him down onto the mat. Wardlow powerbombed JD Drake. He followed up with another powerbomb and then pinned Drake. Wardlow is pretty damn special, said Ross. Tony Schiavone approached Wardlow to interview him in the ring. They were interrupted by smart Mark Sterling, who had a security team with him. Sterling served Wardlow with legal documents saying he was suing him on behalf of the security guards. Wardlow powerbombed one of the security guards and then ripped the papers and stuck it down his throat. Lexi was backstage with TNT champion Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page with American Top Team Dan Lambert. They discussed Sky's match against Dante Martin this Friday on Rampage. Dante interrupted the interview and said he was going to prove to Sky that he's better than him. Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, and Jamie Hayter versus Ruby Soho and Toni Storm. I'm telling you, whoever taught fucking Britt Baker, Mussolini. Musa fucking Lini. Oh my fucking God. I am 40 years old. I know who Mussolini is. Obviously, she's 10 years younger than me. She should know who Mussolini is. Please, Britt, do me a favor. Google Mussolini. He was a fucking dictator of Italy. And how do I know that? Not only am I Italian, but I paid attention in fucking world history. Obviously, you two were busy fiddling with your mouth because all you cared about was teeth. Dear Lord Jesus Christ. Holy shit. That name, I was agreeing with fucking CM Punk on when they were doing the carpool karaoke. I was in he's like 45 or 46 years old. He's not that much older than me, but we're in the same age bracket almost. I felt embarrassed. How do you not know Mussolini? Fucking look it up. Madonna mia. Tony squared off with Britt, but Britt took a cheap shot on Tony. Storm fired back with kicks to Baker, and Baker bailed out to the arena floor. Tony Storm rolled up Britt, but Britt kicked out. Ruby Soho tagged in, and she and Tony blasted Britt with stereo kicks. Baker managed to connect with a twisting neck breaker on Ruby onto the floor. Ruby grabbed Britt and suplexed her. Tony tagged in and hit a high German suplex on Hayter. Tony launched off the bottom rope with a swinging DDT. Ruby was looking for the foot stomp, but walked into a thrust kick from Britt. The fans chanted, "This is awesome." Hayter hoisted up Ruby and spiked her across her knee. Baker tagged in and threw Ruby with a butterfly suplex. Ruby rallied back with the no future kick on Baker. Ruby attempted a cradle pin, but Hayter turned the momentum the other way so Baker could reverse it. Baker connected with a swinging neck breaker. Ruby finished off Baker with Destination Unknown and pinned her. Hayter attacked Toni Storm and Ruby Soho after the match with Britt's trophy belt from the Owen Cup. Main event time. If you're wondering, I'm going to get to the whole thing with MJF, okay? I'm saving that to last. Main event time. Blackpool Combat Club, Jon Moxley versus Jericho Appreciation Society, Daniel Garcia. The Wizard, Chris Jericho, and William Regal joined the commentary team for the match. Moxley mauled Garcia with chops from pillar to post. Garcia answered with palm strikes of his own. Moxley slapped Garcia in the face and then kicked him in the spine. Garcia dropped Moxley to his knees with two vicious headbutts. Moxley was busted wide open. Garcia whipped Moxley into the steel ring steps. He trapped Moxley's leg in between the ring steps and the steel post, and then drop kicked it. Garcia tried for a sharpshooter, but Moxley gouged Garcia's eyes. Mox picked up Garcia and slammed him on the ring steps. Moxley followed up with lariats in the corner. Moxley suplexed Daniel Garcia off the turnbuckles and battered him with a hammer and anvil elbows. Garcia rolled through and began to drop elbows on Moxley. Moxley applied a cross arm breaker, but Garcia countered with a submission until Moxley grabbed the ropes. Garcia nailed Moxley with a pile driver for a near fall. Garcia on a sharp looked on locked on a sharpshooter, but Moxley escaped. Moxley splashed Garcia onto the timekeeper's table. Jericho sprinted to the ring, but Eddie Kingston ran down and began to hammer Jericho. Moxley smashed Garcia with the paradigm shift and then pinned him. After the match, Moxley said to sign him up for Blood and Guts. So we have tonight. They're gonna be at the Toyota Arena in Ontario, Canada, and on Dynamite they're gonna be at the Cable Dahmer Arena in Independence, Missouri, I think. So that is that. Now I'm gonna get to the meat of everything. My thoughts on what's going on with MJF. If this is a work, cheers to you. Mazel tov. If this is a real thing, that's shitty the way that Tony treated him. And I'm telling you, if I was him, I would totally say, you know what? Fire me. Fire me or I'm quitting. I will sit home for 2 years. You'll have to pay me, but I'll sit home for 2 years. Or get me out of this fucking contract. We can't work with one another. Why keep me in a place that I'm unhappy? Let me go. You don't have to pay me. Let me walk free. Are they going to do that? No, they're not going to do that. Not whatsoever. Not the whatsoever. All right. MJF's music hits. And he makes his entrance. He cuts the music and says he is in a lot of pain after Sunday. You people want to hear me talk? He'll take, but this is Max Freeman talking. There's a lot of executives here to watch the product. It was be real bad if something bad happened. Khan has wanted to sort things out for a while, but it's too little too late. He had to write his own ticket while others were handed contracts, and he still gets no respect. Nobody is on his level. Everything he touches turns to gold. There is nothing he can't do. Every time he comes out here, he hits grand slams on a weekly basis. Others settle for being great, but he has to be perfect. He is the only guy capable of carrying this company as he has for months. Where's your cheers when you are calling me an unprofessional piece of shit? Other guys can take his spot because he doesn't want to be here anymore. You are uneducated marks. You don't know shit. Your opinions suck. They change at the drop of a dime. He is the best in the world. He's the only guy. He is the only guy who can make you feel and doesn't have to do a bunch of bullshit to get you there. He's a generational talent, and you people take him for granted. The big man in the back does the same. Do you know who is the second biggest minute by minute draw is? It's me. Tony won't dig in his pockets to pay him like that. He is saving it for all the ex WWE guys. The crowd are well on MJF's side now. Would Tony treat him better if he wasn't an ex WWE guy? Tony is in a position of power when his only position should be behind the guardrail with all the fans. Tony, I want you to fire me. You fucking mark. You live. And then the live feed cuts. If you go to AEW's website, that is cut out. I got that from a dirt sheet. I wanted to make sure that every fucking thing was perfect. Now, what do I think about it? It was fucking brilliant. He had the mixture of CM Punk, Bret the Hitman Hart, and Triple H. Go back to that fucking interview with Jim Ross. He says, you're talking about the students of the game. I am the fucking game, Ross. I eat, sleep, breathe this business. That sent shivers. I would go back right now and watch that fucking segment. That's how good it was. I am telling you, if he goes to WWE, there's only one thing that he goes for. And he goes for Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes wins the title. He holds it, and then the next thing, you put it right on MJF. You have your next monstrous heel. And then, if you want to fucking really come back, MJF holds it, and guess what? Roman Reigns comes back as the babyface and the hero and whatnot. Pay me. Pay fucking me. Okay? Pay me right now. MJF, I didn't like him when he was in MLW. He was a fucking prick. I didn't know about him, and then I come to find out that my cousin, which at the time he wasn't my cousin, he married my cousin, and now he's my cousin. My cousin Michael. We were at my grandfather's 80th birthday. Okay, we celebrated it in September, but his birthday is in November. They were up here, so everybody was able to get together, and the rest was history. We were fucking talking. We were having dinner. We were talking, and he told me that MJF lives and breathes the gimmick. Okay. He wrestled MJF in MJF's first ever wrestling match. Ever. And I told him he's just brilliant. If he keeps living this gimmick, he's good to go. He's good to fucking go. He's good to go. MJF needs a bigger platform. AEW is too small for him. He is too good to be in AEW. Due to the fact is, who else is getting pushed? It's not him. He's fucking goddamn putting over Warlow. He needs to be with people that are going to get him to where he needs to be. AEW, he's doing what they need to be doing with him. They need to get him to a place where he could go and get that world title. If this is a work, this is where he's going. He is going to end up being the babyface if he goes against Punk again for the title. Mark my words. And I'm not joking. I am not joking whatsoever. That is it. That's it. You'll see a video at like 2 or 3 tomorrow. I don't know if it's going to be live streamed or I'm going to be uploading it. It's going to be the preview and predictions of how in your house. Later on that night, I'm going to go live right after the pay-per-view for my review. Sunday, it's a repeat. Cut and paste, cut and paste. I will be doing the exact same thing. Please go check out all my other videos on my channel. Like, subscribe, and turn on my notifications. Go follow my Instagram at Mel'S Mat Chat. Also on Twitter, Mel'S Mat Chat. Please also go check out harrys.com for all your toiletry essentials. Go check out Maestro Classic for all your beard essentials. Go check out Liquid Death at liquiddeath.com. This is really fucking good stuff. Go check out Death Wish Coffee. They have a new flavor, and it's blueberry vanilla, which I'm on the fence. I probably will go get it and have it shipped to my house. But I'm getting 10 of them, so it's not like that I'm going to be committed to so much. Please also go check out House of Glory, Judas, Eddie Kingston versus Jonah Rock this coming month. I don't know the exact date. I think it's towards the end of the month. Go to hogwrestling.net, get your tickets, and if you're in the metro area. And also, please go check out Outbreak Wrestling. Go to their YouTube page, go to their Facebook, go to their social media. Go find them out at Outbreak Wrestling. Excuse me. Again, I will be back here sporadically all weekend. Saturday and Sunday, you're going to see a boatload of me. I'm going to try to do this video for in your house after this, so you'll see the same shirt, but it's the same day, and I'm going to make that apparent on my if I'm going to do this, and I'm going to upload it and do a video ahead of time. I want everybody to have a great Friday. This is going to be another weekend filled with wrestling. Pace yourselves. I will see you this Saturday and Sunday, and I will be back here for next week for the episode 242 of the podcast. So I want everybody to have a great weekend. I love you all. Mwah. Check you later.